Something I'm really interested in at the moment is AI, or artificial intelligence, and there's some really interesting applications for business. So this is something that could really affect all of us over the next 5 or 10 years in business. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts, so please comment below. Let me know whether you think AI is good or bad. Have you got an interesting article that you've read about AI? Have you got some interesting applications for technology in your business? Is it bad for your business? Is it going to take something away from it? Like, are you going to have to make redundancies because of it? Like, have a think about how that applies to your business, and I'd love to have a conversation about it in the comments below. So I'm just going to go through a couple of examples that have come up recently. One you'll find in the description below, which is an AI generator which writes paragraphs for you. So you give it the start of a sentence and then it writes an interesting paragraph about you, which is quite weird. And if you look in the comments below, you'll find the one my colleague Chris Harper, he put the description of me on our website wearing this flowery shirt into an AI generator, and it came up with some very interesting informational story about me. Have a look, and we'll also post a link on our website to the web page in which you can do this yourself and have a go. And I think there's some obviously interesting applications for content creation, right? Right now, it's a bit weird, it doesn't make sense, but I think as the technology improves, we might start being able to kind of pump in information to it and get it to write content for us in this world where we need content all of the time. So you've got the social media monster who just needs feeding every day, 5 different times of 5 different types of food and videos and photos and writing content and hashtags and all these things, where the cost per piece of content is going to have to be really, really low because you just need so much of it. There's some really interesting applications with AI, especially in video, where there's already some tools in the market that use AI to create video content. And I think for some brands this will work really well, and it will read your blog posts on your website and it will create an interesting video with stock footage and motion graphics. However, for some companies this is not going to be bespoke enough. So with some of my clients, they wouldn't want to use this type of thing because A, it's just kind of someone else's content and they don't want to put someone else's content to their brand. And B, it still takes a little bit of time to sort out, right? Like a marketing director, marketing manager in a big company is very busy, and they've not got time to, even if it's just an extra couple of hours a week, they probably haven't got time to fit this into their diary. So there's some interesting applications that we can potentially use within our company to help lower the price of a piece of content with editing, for example, that's duplicated. Things like editing long-form conferences, for example, where someone stood up on the stage for 45 minutes and given a really interesting talk, and it will take one of my team a couple of hours to put that together. And I think there's a potential applications with AI where it will be able to put that together for you in a few seconds. Obviously, there'll be a lot of work into putting that AI program in place to make it work, but I think there could be some really interesting applications in that type of world where this content's just required, and actually to pay someone for 2 or 3 hours to edit a long form piece of content isn't really worth it anymore. Actually, you want that person spending the time making the editorial content, the short clips and things like that, which I think potentially even in the future AI might be able to do some of that as well. So I think some really interesting examples, and there's some really freaky examples. There's a German company who got an AI to scan all of their photos and make all of their photos into iPhone cases. And there's some much weirder examples than this. If you have a look at on our website, we've posted a link to the article. One example is toenail fungus iPhone case. And there's all sorts of weird things that this AI produced and uploaded to Amazon to sell. And I think they actually did sell some different copies of these iPhone cases. So there's some really weird applications of it. There's some really good applications of it. I think we need to be thinking about it. Like, as business leaders, we need to be saying, how can we use AI in our businesses? How can we use this to make mundane tasks that people don't want to do more interesting, and quicker to market? So yeah, keep watching. I'm going to be doing lots of research on AI, listening to podcasts and watching videos, and just trying to learn the top level of the stuff so we can have an understanding of how we might apply it across different businesses. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to hear your comments about AI.